see what she has to sell. We haven't checked in a while.
Okay, guys.
Cool, but it's not as good as what I'm
Welcome back. This is part 11 of our Dragon's Dogma
some very interesting things
walkthrough, getting prepped
I'm not sure if it's this part or
for Dragon's Dogma 2, coming out in 8-9 days.
Some very interesting stuff happened in those quests.
Getting hyped for it, getting hyped.
Find some good armor for my character. We learn that ogres are actually quite intelligent creatures, despite the act that they put on. You'll know why. If you guys have ever watched some of the less popular videos on my channel, particularly the Unstoppable Cyclops, you go ahead and watch that video, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Hint, hint. So now the only thing left to do is talk to Arisen about what we saw. Right, so we get experience and we get some cash for that. We want both of those. Because being it's hard mode, you just can't level up fast enough. I mean, we're definitely making progress doing as many quests as we can that are within our ability. The only quest I really want to avoid right now is
not find me there. It's far too dangerous a
the
place to
Tome
brave
quest,
for a night's
the
diversion.
guy with the long hair gives you, and the Wakestone quest, because I'm not confident in my ability to find Wakestones, and the Tome quest will take us into a place that will just destroy us. I'm definitely not ready. So all we have right now is Extermination. We cleared that quest completely. Now it's time to take the Worm Hunt Salvation quest. So what we need to do is investigate a cult. And there's another awkward pause where I'm obviously supposed to be talking about something important. Alright. So, when he says it'll take a more subtle approach as opposed to your other work, he means quite frankly that it'll be less hack and slash so much as it is spying and finding information. Now that's not entirely true. Ian is completely unaware of what's truly ahead of us. Now he's correct right now, because all we have to do is talk to people. That's literally the only thing we need to do. But I'm pretty sure this guy's inside the inn. I kept looking around for him on the outside of the building, which is just stupid. But he is inside the inn. But yeah, this is a more subtle approach. All you have to do is talk to different citizens of the city. There's that name again. Mason. Everybody knows that he's crazy about salvation. Alright, so now we need to talk to Mason again. Now finding Mason is pretty easy. He lives in the slums, and your pawns will usually tell you that. I think. You can't hear audio coming from my video right now because it's in the timeline. But yeah, essentially, your pawns will let you know that Mason lives in the smoke.
Okay.
All you do is find this ladder. There's always
I was looking around to see if there's...
and, just for kicks, I'm going to show
see
you
if
guys
we should take and go tell Mason or
this is an exit that a lot of people
tell, what's his name up there that gave us the quest, but seeing as how it's not anything to worry about, I think we should go this way.
on the beach, there should be some money.
Seems this is where the merchants.
Basically what I did here was I just kind of scaled the outside looking for loot.
These have been the hard days, but your kindness kept the worst at bay.
That is an item that you can
Are
buy
the rich
from
truly
Radon.
so vain that the
But
plight of common folk means naught to them?
This particular item will not be of use to you until you reach post-game.
Make a curse that vulnerable.
I'm not going to give any spoilers for any of you who have not seen the end of the game. It's a really awesome bit.
That home is built of our memories.
That's
To simply
pretty cool.
abandon it
If you
all
can
in the
successfully
blink of
hit
an
the
eye.
enemy through the
It is a difficult thing.
entire course of the attack, like including all of those crazy flips in the air,
Okay.
it does pretty massive damage. It essentially is a one-hit kill for. The attack is more than one hit, but I mean, if it's just one attack, I consider it one hit, is what I'll refer to it as. But yes, that Skull Splitter attack is essentially a one-hit kill for weaker enemies right now. It's pretty beast. Can't jump up there for some reason. Now, what I was looking for over here was I was looking for a mining spot, but I just couldn't find one. There's a bird nest. We like bird nests because the eggs are very useful items. They heal health and stamina. It's basically like the equivalent of a Hearthspud juice. Look, we have a skull, as if we haven't collected enough of those. Due to the fact that the eggs go bad incredibly fast, like after one
I wonder
day,
if there's any more loot up here.
out of all your healing items. Hearing my voice right now, you guys are gonna think it's incredibly weird because I sound all sick and snuffly and everything right now. But in part 14, when I recorded this stuff, I sounded completely healthy. It was not until about 2 days ago that I acquired this new build.
More money. More money, big money.
I'm pretty sure there's a chest and money over here.
Are you tired,
Like a
Master?
large coin
Do not
pouch.
hesitate to seek an inn.
Should be a boat over here. There it is. Good stuff. And this right here was nonsense. For some reason, I literally could not get out because of the boat. But, like I said, the brine does not kill you. It simply washes you ashore, which is completely alright. Now, there are undead out here that you need to watch out for, but as we've already seen, the undead really aren't that big a deal. They aren't very challenging. And I know you guys probably can't see right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put my lantern away. Now, the lighting system in this game is very delicate. It literally requires that you use a lantern at night, otherwise it is nearly impossible to fight.
No, what's this doing here?
If you're brave enough to go run out on this rock, you
You'll
will
find
find
as much on your surroundings.
10,000
Take
gold,
secrets and treasures
and you
around.
can search this pile for
There, a
Those
tower
are
in the
rags.
distance. What says the
the
man,
chest
Arisen?
has
I'm not
the
far to
rose
find
ring,
such a
which
place here.
the rose ring is an item that is used. Fuck you, Brian.
Move!
The rose
God
ring
damn,
is
woman.
used to increase your resistance to being caught on fire. And the
Take
sun is
care when
starting to
walking
come
at
up.
the water's
It's
edge.
a wonderful sight. Now right here I decided to be an idiot and just test out my sniping abilities for no reason at all.
Keep watch
There's
on
an
your
undead walking
surroundings.
down there.
They
A
hold
couple of
threats and treasures alike that must have washed up here. Perhaps it still hosts cargo.
Now, lightning is not
Many plants
particularly
grow in the
effective
shade of
against the
tall
undead,
trees or in dense woods.
but I was deciding to use it anyway.
The crags cast shadows
Now,
fit
that
to hide
attack is
all
particularly
manner.
effective.
Stay ready. Keep watch on your surroundings. They hold threats and treasures alike.
Yeah, how many times you guys gonna fucking say the same thing?
Walls must be a great comfort to those who dwell within.
And, I believe... I think it's in this video. Maybe. No, it's in the next video. Which, the
Footing
next
here is
video won't
poor.
be so
Tread
boring
carefully.
because I actually have live commentary in it. But, yeah, in the next video, you get to see me do some pretty successful one-hit kills with that attack on, like, this group of mages that attacked me. It was pretty cool. I mean, granted, I'll admit they didn't kill me, like, once, but still, given the situation, the circumstances I was under, it's okay. You guys will be completely okay with how I died against those mages in the next video. Because of the particular development
Damn, I can't.
to my party.
What's that?
I can't deal with you guys getting in my fucking way.
So yes, this nice little
Fuck me, man. You
out here,
fucking.
rocky outskirt of the city is pretty cool.
Master, you're back.
Even the Arisen.
We found some
Tis
money.
not to be ashamed of.
I suppose it was not for nothing.
I ain't fucking ashamed of shit. I ain't fucking nothing I did.
Quite the view, eh?
I still haven't decided who I want my love interest to be at the end of this playthrough, in which that is a very important thing. You definitely want to worry about that. Because you can make the Arisen look like a lesbian if you do the right thing.
Take care, you aren't soaked in water.
Okay, so I got that money there, okay?
Alright, now, his dialogues are getting quite interesting. We are learning more and more so that Mason truly is up to no good. I mean, first he talks about how he would know that sneaking around at the night is when people do their bad business. And the other thing is that he just said, or to put me in chains, I'll wager, which means he basically has just hinted to us that he doesn't really trust us. There's also a chest back here with a strange person standing in front of it. Well, hey man, you could always take a look in his chest and see if there's some food. Oh, what do you know? Desiccated earth. Yummy! Get out of the way. God, I'm such a dick in video games, particularly. I'm the nicest guy ever in real life, but on video games I'm such an asshole. This, this nice little opening right there, that little cage door, we will be using that later for quite the interesting quest. I won't spoil it for you, but yes, we are going to need to, I'm stealing this oil, by the way. We are going to need to use that door to escape from a particular area inside Grand Soren that is not pleasant. An area that we have not seen yet, nor that we have access to, but you'll see later on. This game is finally starting to get interesting, which I really like. And I'm starting to really enjoy this game right now. Because, I don't know what it was about my other playthrough that made it so much more lively and seemed so much more entertaining. Maybe it was because I had way better equipment in the beginning. Because, I mean, like I said, I kind of cheated in my last playthrough. I maxed out.
An
I
imposing
went and farmed
structure
certain
full of
items
wealth,
to
I'm
max
sure.
out my affinity
A good
with
start to
certain
any
people,
task is
so I
toppling
could
the
buy the
levels.
stuff that I
Let's
wanted from
begin
them
with
super
that.
early in the game. I did it all off screen. Alright, now this chick, she says
This
kindled
road will
spirits
deliver us to
because
the
I had the
catacombs.
salvation
The
badge.
Duke's burden is great. Between the studies of Sorghum and the Wormhunt, perhaps we'll find ore among the crags that litter this place.
Okay, so, without a hint of hesitation, she completely spilled about their little beaties. Just because we have the salvation badge, which is good. We're earning the trust of salvation members, so we can totally wreck their
Come to
party.
feel more at peace when
Now,
you
the
come
interesting
to
thing
this
about that NPC we just talked to,
So what?
it's hard to tell by face right there and her hairstyle because they're all going to be in
This way to
salvation
the
robes,
catacombs,
but
Arisen.
there's a pretty brutal cutscene coming up later, and I'm pretty sure she gets eaten by zombies. Like, I can't tell particularly if it's her by the face, but judging by her face and the face of the woman in the cutscene that we're about to see later on, I'm pretty sure she's the one that just gets completely devoured by a zombie. It's hilarious. I used it in one of my intros in a much earlier video, like the cutscene. It was pretty funny. But yeah, in my last playthrough, I maxed out my affinity with particularly good vendors that sell you awesome equipment, and I had super good stuff in the beginning. Like I had the Chimera Shield, Eden's Warden, a Surcoat. I had awesome stuff. And he said the magic words,
I'm on
and the
my way.
magic words have popped up on our quest log. The damn catacombs. This place is a pain. Not necessarily because it's difficult, but there are things that happen in the catacombs that really suck. And I'm pretty sure this is where my difficulties with the Griffin begin. Oh yes. You guys are about to see several deaths that are quite embarrassing. And when you run out here, you're going to notice a cart that's on fire and a dialogue at the bottom.
Anytime.
It's being attacked by the goblins. But as you'll see in about 10 seconds, it is not the goblins that you need to worry about. Not at all. Just watch. Now, I'm not sure if you guys got a good look of what that was, but that was the Griffin.
I'm on my way.
Now, I'm referring to it as the Griffin and not a Griffin because that is the first Griffin you encounter in Dragon's Dogma. This Griffin is special. And it's a good thing it auto-saved right there, because if I had to go do all that shit again, just because of some bird, eagle, lion, dragon creature mixed breed, I'd be a little bit aggravated. But yes, the Griffin. This Griffin is special because it's almost like you cannot successfully kill it on your first encounter, no matter how hard you try, because it will always fly away. And you'll see what I'm talking about this time. And we've got some knights over here, like some soldiers of Grandstone that are fighting these goblins, but take my advice, don't go anywhere near that cart, not until you successfully pinpoint the Griffin's location. There it is. Now, have you guys noticed anything particularly stupid about this situation? 10 points to anybody who realizes that my mage is an absolute idiot for giving my weapon a lightning blow. See, notice how it is doing 0 damage. might climb on top of him and try to attack him with melee. My lightning
This
weapons,
road will deliver
they
us to
aren't
the
doing
catacombs.
squat.
We share these roads with traveling peddlers, guardsmen, and other folk. A good start to any task is talking with
Yes,
others.
this is a hopeless
Let's begin with
situation.
that.
And that right there is what I was talking about. The Griffin will always be able to successfully shake you off, and no matter how much you chase him, he's going to fly into the horizon past Grand Sword. And there's nothing you
I've
can
come
do
to
to
feel
chase
more
him.
at peace when the capital's in sight.
So, that was the Griffin. Would you guys like to know why it is so stupid and absolutely useless that my mage buffed my weapon with lightning? Quite simply because
Bandits arisen.
you guys witnessed what the Griffin was capable of back then. Of course, people want to call me while I'm doing my thing. I apologize for that. Anyway,
It's like a
the
water
reason
response.
the Griffin is immune to lightning, here's the catacombs, is because you saw what he
I'll
was
take
capable
that.
of back there. If you have keen eyes, you would see that the Griffin was clearly casting lightning attacks. The Griffin is a lightning elemented enemy, and you will come to know that when we are forced to fight the Griffin later on.
Armed bandits arisen.
Now, if you think you can just avoid the Griffin right now,
They attack in
go
quick
ahead
succession.
and you wall around your ability to avoid him
I'll
now.
take them.
But later on, it won't be enough.
Wait for an opening.
You will be forced to fight the Griffin. You will have to do it later on. Now, these bandits up here, I don't know what their deal is. They always seem to want to attack you, no matter what's going on. Even when there's a Griffin overhead. So yeah, it's just like, I know what you're thinking. It's kind of like, why on earth would you be focused on attacking?
The city holds every amenity. Would make a fine base for our adventure.
They're armed, Master. Wait for an opening.
They attack in quick succession.
Did it! We have triumphed. A one-eyed giant lurks outside. Armed rogues.
Was most like a watch post once.
Now we'll gain the upper hand. Counter after they strike.
They're left exposed after a grand strike. They may be out of use inside. We have triumphed.
Did it!
What's
When
this?
venturing into new territory, best you went by daylight.
Monsters of
This
few
road is
near the
inhabited by
capital.
enemies. We see our foes ere they see us.
Such open locales make fleeing from enemies a tricky proposition.
Kill them all!
Armed rogues! I'll support you. Wait for an opening.
Strength in numbers arisen.
They're armed, Master. Counter after they strike.
We have triumphed.
feel a foe is beyond our means, there is no shame in fleeing.
There is a giant lion bird dragon creature flying through the air. It is probably going to kill all of us if we don't man up and work together. So, you guys probably got a glimpse of it right there. That was one of the Griffin's lightning abilities. It is able to cast lightning magic underneath its wings to do
This
absolutely
road will deliver us to the
ridiculous
catacombs.
amounts of damage in a very short one, just deadly swoop. It can kill you, as it already did to me once. I'm pretty sure I died again, and I can't remember.
Stray from the road,
Yes, the
and we'll
Griffin,
soon find
there he
monsters
goes with his lightning abilities again. The Griffin is an absolute menace in this game. The thing that you need to worry about with the Griffin is its sheer intelligence. It is probably one of the smartest enemies in the game. Now, this is basically incredibly useless as well. The Griffin is not very weak to ice either. And my party is not doing very well against it.
Yes, Arisen.
So I mean, I am demonstrating the most successful way to fight the Griffin. Is you distance yourself, stay mobile, and just keep quick on your feet. Because if you stand in the same spot and just try to shoot him as much as you can, he will kill you in a heartbeat. So you need
The roads are safer than the brush, but still, you best stay wary.
you basically need
That big ass fucking hammer, holy shit.
the times in which you are attacking and the times in which you are fleeing. Because a correct balance of the two is the only way to beat the Griffin. It doesn't matter.
Come on, will you get the fuck out of the way?
No matter what class you are, if you stand in the same spot and just try to relentlessly bring down the
Rachel?
Griffin with sheer force, he will beat you every
Huh?
time.
Yes,
As you
Arisen.
can see, he basically redlined.
Why the fuck is your name Rachel?
Landing. So let's see if we can nail him with a throw blast. Of course, he flew away. The AI in this game is quite intelligent, especially at this point in the game. As you can see, the Griffin flew away because I equipped the throw blast. The Griffin, in case you can't tell, the Griffin does not like fire. Because fire is
You're a
the only
freaking
way to
he-she.
successfully beat it.
Or a she-he. Or whatever
I
you
don't
want
think
to call.
I don't
Yes,
think
there
we
isn't.
successfully knocked him out of the air even once in this whole video.
This must
What?
have been built ages ago.
Yes. My mage, I don't understand what she was doing. Like,
A bridge will serve as a fine
she was
landmark.
smart enough to
This
use
way to the
fire
catacombs,
attacks on the
Arisen.
Griffin, but she wasn't smart enough to buff my weapon with fire. Look, here she goes. Lightning in the face. And the Griffin killed me. So I'm pretty sure this is the point in the video where I became
The monsters that
frustrated
lurk here keep this path always
with my pawn's lack of intelligence,
Which will see us to our
and I
destination.
decided to go redo my party. Which isn't necessarily a waste of time, if you think about it, but it is, let's just say it was a very necessary precaution.
Sorcerer!
Because
The ranged ones are mine.
I cannot
Take them.
hope to defeat the Griffin if I don't have a pawn that's smart enough to buff my weapon with its weakness.
Counter after they
So,
strike.
yes.
They're left exposed after a grab.
Now, the smartest thing to do would be to, would be to narrow my search down for, and when I go to the Rift, would be to narrow my search results down to a sorcerer that has good attacks and only has the fire boot, which is the really good fire buff that lasts a long time. That would be the best option. Would be to look for a sorcerer that has incredibly strong attacks and only the fire buff, so he would have no choice but to give me fire when I call for help. But I decided to be stupid, and I looked for a pawn that had holy and fire, which I got pretty lucky. Now the reason I want holy and fire is because we are going to be fighting skeletons and the undead.
We have triumphed.
Did it?
Now I can go up to 35. I could summon a pawn that is 10 levels higher than me with the amount of rift crystals I have, but I'm just going to keep it base level. So, I don't want a mage. I definitely want a sorcerer. Yeah, the holy boon is really good. That is definitely something I want, but I need something that can cast fire as well.
Hello.
And Max. He has basic he has basic cast, and then he has pretty good buffs. And then I know I wanted a ranger. And this chick seemed to have pretty good abilities.
Oh, she's maxed out mage. Cool.
You don't see very many of them. Now what I need is I need a ranger with 10-fold flurry. So Jill is the answer. And this ranger's name is Mia. I found that kind of humorous.
Tis best to sever the
Yeah,
tail.
you definitely want a ranger that has the ability to have 10-fold flurry. Now, that particular, and the only reason I summoned Fury is because
Lane does well against that reptile.
I was quite pleased.
Please.
But, yes. Essentially,
Strength in numbers.
the 10-fold flurry is an amazing ability that the Rangers have. It is probably their strongest and most versatile attack. And you see Fury,
Anytime.
he literally looks like Mr. T. That's awesome.
This looks interesting. Goblins roam in packs.
They totally did that on purpose. Alright, get out of here, 4-star.
Keep watch on your surroundings. They hold threats and treasures
You've
alive.
been replaced.
If you lose your way, the sea
I
is
will
in
give you a small note. You may not have my large note. You looked alright. Your battle rating was decent, but you were not very helpful. I'm a very harsh pawn critic.
This pond sees only water.
A sulfur saurian comes.
Look at this big bastard. Where's Max? There he is. Alright.
You've my support. Burn them!
Annie, I'm incredibly disappointed in you,
Burn them to ash.
Striped saurians
The
are
tail is severed.
so I'm going to give you the large one.
Flame serves well against that reptile.
You look alright.
A
Your
strong
battle
flame
rating
may take it out.
It absolutely sucks. And then you buffed my weapon with lightning against the griffin. That is an automatic 1-star in helpfulness. So get out of here.
anytime.
I hope your Arisen is absolutely disgusted with you when you return home. kid. He looks kind of strong, but I do not need a warrior. Now, as I was saying, he looks like Mr. T. That's hilarious. As I was saying, the ranger's ability, the tenfold flurry, the reason it is so crucial is because if you witness how strong it is, you know exactly why it's so awesome. It's essentially taking 10 arrows on the string of the longbow and firing them in one flurry at a single enemy. It does absolutely substantial damage to everything, especially if your weapon is buffed to the appropriate weakness of the current target. Like, she has the tenfold flurry, the ranger that I hired right now. So if I was a ranger right now with the ability to use tenfold flurry, both of our weapons were buffed with fire, and we were using that at a very, if we were using that at a very high rate, the two of us against the griffin, and successfully hitting the wings in the face, it probably would die in about 10 minutes. Now, the tenfold flurry takes a lot of stamina, but at the same time, it does incredible damage. Now, as you can see, the cart is not huge. We died twice, the scenario has changed. But I have no complaints with that at all. Right, as far as I'm concerned, the griffin can just go away for now. We are obviously not equipped to fight it. I just want to get to the catacombs so we can start doing salvation.
Take it out! Stop it! The tail is severed!
Now, if you, like me, have died against the griffin multiple times, and you don't see the burning cart, your dreams are short-lived because the griffin is still out here patrolling the skies. It's just a matter of whether it sees you and wants to attack or not. So your best bet is to take these bandits down at all costs so that they won't be firing arrows at you while the griffin is flying around. See, there it is. This thing already wants to mess with us again. Now that right there was a pretty successful hit. I made the griffin stop right in the middle of its glide and force it to land. Eat that. See, that throw blast is that little chunk of its health bar, which is literally way better than the progress we made before. And that's what a dragon spit did. So you can see the dragon spit is very good against the griffin. I missed with that one, but that's okay. See, this guy, Max, he's smart enough to buff my weapon, which is really good. He knows that the griffin is weak to fire. And that is all I need. Was a pawn that is smart enough to buff my weapon. Now this right here, losing stamina and overdoing it in front of the griffin, is a terrible idea. Because of this right here. You'll see how close he comes to basically running me over and killing me. But I need to steal stamina items from my pawns. No. Check this out. See, notice how I kind of doubled over right in front of the griffin? That could have been potentially bad. If the griffin had chose to start just charging at me instantly right there, it would have been a death. I promise you that. Now the griffin, see, he runs forward and he has very harsh melee attacks. He also flails around like that in circles. Now the good part is, that right there was almost a death. But the good part is the griffin is able to damage the enemies around you as well. The griffin has no allies. So if you are fighting a group of goblins or a group of bandits or whatever, you can inflict massive damage on them and basically get them out of your way if you are in the correct spot. I'm just concerned with getting this guy out of the way because he's shooting at us while we're trying to fight the griffin. Now this was not particularly smart. He buffed my weapon with holy against a griffin, which doesn't do a whole lot. But I don't know, I just kind of got sick of it right here. I just decided to run with the griffin. look at him. He's an asshole. He's killing my pawns, trapping them in a corridor, because he knows that we can't defeat him due to his sheer might. I decided, screw it, let's just run to the catacombs, because we're obviously not equipped to deal with a griffin. We're not the correct level, nor do we have... We're not the correct level, nor do we have the right equipment to do it. And I am obviously not doing anything to him.
I cannot obey right now. Even in numbers, a weakling is...
And we are experiencing the same crap as before. On incorrectly buffing my weapon.
It's a weakling still.
In the wrong situation.
Leave it to me. I support you. We have triumphed.
So the griffin, his attention has officially shifted from us. And I'm pretty sure he's about to
What's
get
that?
one of those cows.
Hobgoblin. 'Tis a formidable foe.
This game is a lot like Monster Hunter in that aspect. If you have dealt significant damage to a monster that's smart enough to flee, see, there he goes. You just saw the little pink health bar down there. He's eating a cow.
Slay their leader and their
Now,
morale
we
is
could go
lost.
help that cow, but we need to get to the catacombs, so that cow's sacrifice is not in vain.
Tis far stronger than a common
But
goblin.
yes, this game is a lot like Monster Hunter in that aspect. If you deal significant damage to an enemy that is smart enough to flee from you like the griffin, and you'll notice we did about 60% of this first health bar, which is a good chunk, considering we are not nearly
Even
strong
in
enough to
numbers,
fight
a
him.
weakling is a weakling
That was
still.
just sheer ability that got us that far. But, yeah, if a monster's smart enough to flee, it will go find food, and it will kill some of its health. Like that griffin eating that cow back there, I'm sure he got back every last bit of that 60% that we
We have
took off,
triumphed.
just by eating one cow. So if you end up making an enemy flee, and it rests somewhere close to you, do not let it eat, because it will heal. And the same is true for Monster Hunter. Now this right here kind of sucked. I was a total idiot. I decided to mess with these Saurians, but these ones are different. As you can see, they have the ability to become not invisible, but cloaked. We'll call it that. They blend in with their surroundings like a chameleon. This is a different species of Saurian. It is called a sulfur Saurian. They are much stronger. As you can see, my pawn just lost half of her health due to one tail smack. And they have even more defense. Their ability to turn cloaked like that makes them a problem. They are just as weak to fire as they were before. And there are a bunch of them here, unfortunately. But they are just like regular Saurians. That one right there, I don't know how it killed me that fast, but they do. As you can see, this is what we're up against. Journeys end swiftly for the unprepared, as we just found out the hard way. If you're going to pick a fight with something, two things must be established. One, you have to have whatever it is weak to, or you're not going to win. And two, you have to know how to fight it. Now me, I know how to fight everything in this game because I've encountered every single enemy in this game at least 1,000 times, successfully taking it down, but those Sulfur Saurians, we do not have the equipment to take them down. I mean, I know we are not going to, we're not going to mess with Sulfur Saurians just yet, deliberately anyway, but, yes, Sulfur Saurians, even though we're not going to mess with them yet, and me giving you information on them is completely irrelevant at this moment, I might as well just let you know. Sulfur Saurians, they are an absolute pushover if you have blast arrows. Blast arrows are expensive, and they are incredibly heavy for arrows. They literally weigh like half a unit for each arrow, 0.5. That's absolutely ridiculous. But they are incredibly powerful, especially the Griffin. If you have blast arrows, by all means, fire them at the griffin if there is a griffin present. But we are not going to mess with the griffin right now because he has kicked our ass about 3 times in a row, and I honestly don't feel like losing
He
to him
sneaks
over
down
and
into
over
the
again.
catacombs.
Now, he's not picking a fight with us right now because we haven't shot at him yet, and he just ate a cow. He's nice and full. But, yeah. I decided to be an idiot in this part, and like a true idiot, I wanted to establish revenge on those sulfur saurians for what they did to me. I don't recommend doing that, because, I mean, the circumstances did not change. They basically started kicking our asses really hard again, but we did slightly better against them. We ended up bringing down like 2, which is alright. But these explosive barrels, those are what we want to use against the sulfur saurians. Basically, any explosion item, anything that can generate a large blast, whether it be a barrel or an arrow or fire magic, that is what you want to use against the saurians. It requires a lot of stamina to heat these barrels around, but take this. Now you see, that felt really good. And we ended up blasting his tail off. See, look, we just annihilated that one. In sheer
I'll go
team.
at once.
And there are a lot of them over here. As you can see, there are a bunch of them hiding. They were cloaked. But we have more barrels. So you can leave your pawns back to you and tell them to stop fighting the saurians. And then all you have to do is wait until the saurians get within range of the barrel, and then the fight is yours. Because once you get that large blast, it disorients them. See? Look at them. And that right there is free hits for you. Now, just like the other saurians, they spit poison, so you need to be careful with that. Oh my god. Every time they get close, it makes me nervous. Because I know if I get hit, it's going to be a death. But I think we got like... We only need one more song.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there you go. I ended up leveling up and getting ranked up. We got some strike saurians, which is a pretty good
Within
item.
by the catacombs. Stay vigilant, Minister.
This looks interesting.
Welcome back. Not sure how you guys are feeling about these hour-long sessions, but I know some of you were saying that you prefer these videos. Some of you were saying you like it when they're about an hour long, which is kind of crazy. But just let me know if any of you want me to get back down to like
What's
30
this?
minutes or anything.
I'll take that.
Few
But,
come
back
to offer
the
prayers
video.
for those
Here
who
we
rest
are,
here in
right
the
at the entrance of
catacombs.
the catacombs. Before you go down here, make sure you have lanterns, make sure you have some kind of fire, and make sure that you have a well-balanced team that can do massive physical damage up front, like me and my pawn. And then you need somebody who can attack from far away with magic and raw damage.
The crypt was fashioned ages ago, before the faith came to Grancis.
So what's gonna
What's that?
this chain of things is an overpowering foe. That is not true at all. Fleeing from a foe, no matter how strong
I'll
they
heal
are,
your wounds.
is, definitely not true. Okay. Need to break up the lantern.
Fucking rats, man. They're
Oh
fucking
wait, that's right. Throw blast.
attacking bitches.
Be sure we carry an ample store of oil to keep the lantern burning.
There are
I'll take
20
that.
chests,
Leave it to me.
and then there are these. Some of these, however, are rigged. Now that giving you a light cure right now, and purifying brew and stuff like that, that's a sign. Means we're obviously going to be dealing with rats. Means means we're obviously going to be dealing with something that can either cause blindness or curse, or some other kind of magical debilitation, so keep sharp. Can't open that. It could open from the other side, though.
We'll need to open this gate to use the
There's your
lift.
hint. We're going to be on the other side of that. Alright,
Long
more
ago,
stuff
when
for
the
curing
people
curse.
worshipped the old
Do
gods,
not
the gods
let
of
your
nature.
pawns curse themselves, because being cursed sucks.
We cannot
That's
pass
the
through.
fancy dog.
Seems there's
It
a room
completely
beyond the rubble.
cripples. Nope, come here. Don't you dare.
I suspect
It
it's why they
pure- it
returned their
cripples
dead
your,
to the soil, to the earth
Your
god,
defense and your attack.
that their souls might be cleansed and born anew in coming generations.
You're the
Fuck,
undead.
come on, you guys are crowding me.
Yeah. I will show you which ones are trapped, which ones will curse you.
This looks interesting.
Be careful.
Crap.
The walking dead are all around us.
Some of them do have the undead inside of them.
There, Master! The undead!
That's it, you need fire.
And wait till we can scale that wall. I'll support you. If they hate fire, they'll loathe this.
Stout undead. That is what
What's
these
that?
are called.
Undead!
That's what happens to stout undead.
Did it!
Come here.
Did we have
They
some
blow
man
up like
with
that. If we get caught by that, we are dead. And it gives us the necrophage's loin. That is the good thing about the stout undead. They drop the necrophage's loin, which is an excellent upgrade item.
There, Master!
And she's
The
killing
undead!
everything that they're...
There! A stout undead!
Take care with the closed coffins.
Alright, come here. Don't you dare pick up...
Fireworks well! Die!
Now this is the
I
only
believe
bad
some
thing
of the
about
coffins are booby-trapped.
This should change the stakes. If we lit lamps, we can more easily see
This is
the
the only
I'm
bad
desperately low on stamina.
Let's go!
here. They will open up any sarcophagus and they'll get themselves hurt. So you'll have to be giving them the purifying fluid a lot. Let's see what I have.
It hates fire! Triumphed!
Okay, I have purifying fluid. Let me show you what happens when you get cursed. The way to know which ones are cursed and which ones aren't is just like
I
that.
shall restore your
See
health.
the difference
Hold
between
on.
them?
I believe ought to light the
This one
way
has, like,
lies at the back
a
of this
really
room.
light blue smoke.
You'll
kind of
find the
thing.
mechanism faster with
Here's
more
what happens
light.
when you open it.
This lever likely opens a door.
Now we're cursed.
A walking dead! There!
Their stamina.
Strength in
It
numbers,
stops
Arisen.
at whatever point.
Burn them to ash!
Like, it
Did
literally,
it?
I lost almost half of my stamina. My attack and everything is dwindled as well. Now, the cool thing is if you get cursed once, you can't get cursed a second time. So, you can go ahead and open up every single other chest
Stout
that is
undead!
cursed. The ones that are cursed, however, they do not have anything inside of them. That's the good
The
part.
lamplight will make spotting traps easy. We could engulf other frozen rocks.
Seems the door is held closed by some mechanism.
See, look at that. We're not even doing anything there.
Anytime.
Get off! Now, I'm gonna go ahead and use
A
all
walking
three of
dead
my
there.
purifying fluids. No!
Now we'll get the upper hand.
to fire!
You get one away.
Burn them to ash!
It is a magical debilitation, so I'll go ahead. Let them use that. Use it.
I think we're going to go back
Took it down to like half strength.
for a minute. I want to get some of the periaps.
I mean, I suppose it kind of lights up the area. I'm not buying enough to increase your chances of winning. Our blood juice. Alright, another jewel of silence. Oh, crap.
Okay, which one of you has the thing? You do. Give that to me. We'll go back and unload too. We'll take and that way we can just teleport right back here. It's about a big Deo's Hills.
Tis a port crystal, Master.
Tis a port crystal. One can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
You think so?
So this is the Pond Guild.
Why do you guys keep saying that?
Is usually more lively.
The catacombs lie beyond the river, north of the capital. Ought we adjust our inventory?
No surprise. I fear you seem to have your pick. And you, or will it be today?
Excuse me.
What will it be today?
Okay, where the hell? There they are. Let's see. At least 50. I want to see how much our weight looks, what our weight looks like. Okay, so I can take a little more. There, 70 is good. And okay, so that's all bad. I was hoping that one of them were good. Oh. Let's see. Let's take and get the rest of the horse bud, maybe. We can use that. I'm sure we'll wind up getting more, but at least this way we'll have it on us. It'll be good that we can, okay, so I think this will have to be it.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Come again soon.
Are your travel preparations complete?
I think I should get some more,
Why not stay asleep? Take all the time.
some more mushrooms for, what's her name to carry. Or what's his name, whatever it is. I hate that when my back starts fucking itching. Okay, 70 will be good.
take all the time you like. Do come again.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick this back up for now. Give that back to you, girl, or dude, whatever you... Air.
I'll go at once.
Come on, you and Phoenix now.
Refreshment is in order.
Buff yours, girl. There we go. Now we're going to do a save since everybody's got some. Okay. This is going to be a long episode, so I'm going to restart right now, and then we can go from there. Because I know this is going to be a long episode, because this is a lot of shit to do in here. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon for post notifications. And I'll be right back with another episode. So come on back, guys. Enjoy.